Welcome back to another video. Today I'm actually searching for flint knapping material, basically rocks that you can turn into stone tools. And so we're looking for like flint and chert and Jasper. Actually, I just spotted a piece of Jasper right here that might be pretty good. And I'm gonna hopefully find a few pieces to show you guys. And we're gonna actually heat treat it and try to make some kind of stone tool, like an arrowhead or something out of it. But let's go take a look at this Jasper. I've never actually tried making anything from Jasper before, but here's a nice piece of Jasper there. Yeah, look at that. That is nice. Yeah, I might try doing something with that. Let's keep that. So I'm in my favorite creek that I made a few videos on, and this is where I find agates and jasper and carnelian and petrified wood. And basically, if you can find this stuff in the creek, you'll find some good flint knapping material. You can also flint knap agate and jasper and all that stuff, all this stuff here. But we need to find nice big pieces. And but there's a good tip: if you can find all this stuff, you can also find flint knapping material. I should also clarify, I'm still a beginner flint napper. I'm not very good at this. I've only made a few things out of chert, and I've had some success with it. I mostly make stuff out of obsidian that I found at a Glass Butte in Oregon. So if you want to start flint knapping, you can, and you live in Oregon or anywhere nearby, you can go to Glass Butte and collect some obsidian. But that's where I started. But I was starting to, oh, I just spotted a piece of something here that might be good. I'll show you guys in a second. But yeah, if you want to, I don't know what I was talking about. Anyways, let's take a look at this rock. Now, I've always been curious about this kind of rock here. It doesn't look like a good flint knapping material, but I think it might actually work kind of good. I find a lot of this rock, I don't know what it is in this creek. I gotta figure this out, but like you can see kind of like a little fracture there. But a lot of this rock I find does seem like it might work pretty good. So I might have to take a piece home and try doing some experimental archaeology and try seeing if I can nap that. Oh, that is exactly what we're looking for right there. That looks like a nice piece of chert. You see how it's like nice and smooth? There's kind of a little bit of a conchoidal break there, a little bit. You can see some ripples, and it's nice and smooth. And that is exactly what I wanted to find there. That is a nice piece of chert. Oh yeah, that's good. That's gonna do great there. Well, I think I got enough rocks to experiment on, so let's go try it out. Well, I got a bunch of good nappable rocks here. We're gonna heat treat all of these. Now, you don't have to actually heat treat a lot of these rocks. You can just actually just nap them as is, but I like heat treating them. It makes it easier to flake and easier to break. A lot of this rock, you'll just try napping it, it'll just, you hit it over and over, it doesn't break. So heat treating it will make it easier to flake. And here's a bunch of these ones that I found in this video. That one is, I'm excited about that one there. Some of these I'm not too sure about, like that I don't know about that. I'm gonna try out the Jasper, and I got a bunch of other good ones here. Like this chert is gonna be awesome, and same for this one. I'm excited about this one. This one's actually perfect. That one's gonna do great. And I don't actually know what a lot of these rocks are gonna look like on the inside, and I'm excited to see how they flake and what they look like when I break it. Anyways, we're gonna heat treat in the oven. Not really the ideal method, but that's how I do it. So let's get to it. I got all my rocks in the oven here. We're starting at 200 degrees and going up 50 degrees every hour. And at 500 degrees, I'll let it sit there for about 4-5 hours maybe. So I cooked it for 3 hours at 500 degrees instead. And here they all are. They're all red. That's just from the heat, and we're gonna try making something out of it. I'm gonna test with some smaller pieces first, and then I'll move on to the bigger pieces here. I tested out a few rocks here, and check this out. I got this beautiful flakes here on this piece, and you see how much glossier and shinier it is. It actually changes color, makes it more glassy. It just makes the rock a lot better. And like this one, it completely changed color. It's nice and smooth and flakes really well. And this rock that I wasn't actually sure about works pretty damn good. I think I might be able to make something out of that. Look at that. It's pretty nice. Well, I'm not really recording it right now, but I'm practicing. I'm not really getting much. I got this arrowhead. It's kind of crappy. I don't really like it. But I wanted to show this cool rock. I actually didn't realize what it was, but it's a bog agate. And I'm trying to nap it. It's really kind of hard to nap, but it's just really cool looking on the inside. Look at that. All that little bits of petrified wood That is just really neat there. Well, it's finally nice and sunny outside, so I can do some napping here. And well, I actually just recorded a little clip, except I filmed it vertically, unfortunately, but I hit it with my hammer stone. You can see how gorgeous and shiny that chert is. This is the piece I've been really excited to make anything out of. So I'm gonna hit it again. Actually, you know, I'm gonna hit it on this side. Let's try this out, see how that breaks. Yeah, not getting the best flakes here, but yeah, you can see how good this stuff is. I'm gonna try to make an arrowhead out of this gray chert, which I love. So I made this little time lapse here, and I'm just working that little cobble I found from that same creek as I found most of those rocks, actually. And I got copper tools here, like copper billets and pressure flakers. I got that rubber pad on my leg there, and some hammer stones I found at the river. And this chair is kind of uncomfortable to sit in, actually. It's not very good if you're flint knapping, but it works. Well, I want to show you guys what I got here and how nice this chert is, this great chert. Except there's one problem, is this natural crack here, and that's going to cause problems, and that's definitely going to break when I'm napping that eventually, which sucks. But there's some really nice flakes here. I mean, like, you see this flake, look how sharp that is, and these are tools in itself that you can use, and it's just really cool stuff. And yeah, I just keep everything contaminated. I don't want any flakes flying off and someone finding it 100 years later and thinking it's from a Native American. But yeah, so I got this little biface here going on. You can see that crack hasn't broken yet, surprisingly. It is gonna break, it has to, but I'm gonna just ride it out and see how it goes. But yeah, I'm getting some good flakes off this, actually, some nice long flakes, which is exactly what you want, and these are so sharp. So I'm in the final process here of shaping out this knife blade I decided to make. I was actually only expecting to make an arrowhead, but fortunately I had enough material to actually turn into a knife, and that crack never broke, which I'm very thankful for. But I wish I found more rocks in this video to show you guys. I actually had more clips, except I deleted them by accident. So unfortunately I'll have to remake this video, I feel like, because I feel like there wasn't the best information, but I'll definitely do that eventually. But I'm very proud of this little knife that I'm going to show you guys. Well, I think I did a pretty good job here. I got this nice little point. Well, I think I'm actually going to turn this into a knife. I think that'll actually do pretty good, but for the most part it's pretty nice. A little thick, I guess, but pretty good. It's a tough little piece, and that little crack there actually never broke, thankfully, which I don't think it's going to break at all. So that's pretty good there. I was expecting that to break, but I'm gonna do some finishing touches, and we'll see what I do with it. So I got my handle here for my stone knife I'm making. I made this little handle out of a branch I found on the river. I got some pine pitch glue that I made using pine pitch, charcoal, and rabbit poop, actually. And here's my stone knife, and I got my fire going, so let's do this. So we're just gonna heat up this pine pitch glue here. It's a little windy, unfortunately. It does suck. Kind of gonna try to slowly melt it down a little bit here. Yeah, looking pretty good. It's starting to drip a little bit. I'm gonna get some. It's not hot enough. Not hot enough quite yet here. Actually gonna kind of put my handle in there a little bit. Oh yeah, come on. Get in there. Get in there, yeah. Do that, that's good. Well, I kind of struggled there a little bit, actually, but I got this the glue on there pretty good, right how I want it. We're gonna put some sinew on it and call it good. Well, here's that completed knife. That is badass. I'm pretty proud of that, and I was actually not expecting to make anything in this video, but I was able to make quite a few things here. This is all the stuff I made from that batch of rocks, and so I'm not really proud of most of these. Like this one, that one's fell. I don't like that one. This one's kind of too thick here. You see, I tried putting notches in it, just couldn't really do that. This one's pretty good. I'll be able to use that, actually. This is actually an unheat treated piece of rock. The tiny piece of chert I found, it's like kind of a purplish looking one. This one's really cool looking, except look how thick this is. Tried putting that on an arrow shaft, that would be a little difficult. This one, it's kind of same for this one, but this one's a little better here. This one's a little less thick, but that one's pretty badass. That Jasper there, beautiful Jasper. This is that bog agate, and that one's also kind of too thick there. Look how thick that thing is, but it's really cool looking. And this one, oh my god, this is my favorite one here. Look how beautiful this material is. This like yellowish chalcedony with all these little white spots on the inside. It is beautiful. I am so proud of that one. And that material worked really nicely. And here's that same, from that same piece. It's a little thick though, but pretty cool. I love that stuff. I've never found that kind of stuff before. Here's just some of the flakes I made from those same rocks here. I just thought it's really cool to look at. I mean, they're just so sharp. And there's that gray Jasper, or not gray chert, I mean. Some really colorful rocks here. And here's some other things I made. These are just some cool rocks I made in the past here. There's some arrowheads and whatnot. That's that chert. I found that these two pieces of chert here, made that from the same creek. Made it from the material from the same creek. And that's my first chert Jasper I made. Pretty proud of that. And I made this obsidian knife actually a few days ago. That is so cool. I'm very proud of that thing. And there's a little obsidian arrowhead there. But pretty proud of what I've done with that batch of rocks. That knife is so cool. That was just awesome. Anyways, that's about all. I hope you guys enjoyed the video.